Hey, Hebrew fans, this is Todd. You're probably going, what the heck? Why does Todd have a G.I. Joe sitting out on his table? Well, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I used to love G.I. Joe, the 12-inch ones, and I got a whole story to tell about that, but this is not this video. This is about something else. So, Super7 has had some G.I. Joe figures, on sale at Big Bad Toy Store and other places. And I thought, you know what, I could pick up some extra gear. So I picked up a couple figures. This is one of them. And I got this one for a reason. And I'll tell you about the reason once I get him open and check him out. Check him out. There he is. So if you are here, go and sound off so I can see who's here and who's not. And if my audio is not clear, let me know. Hey, Dwight, thanks for joining us. And let's get this box open. So it has a warning. Don't let kids play with the bags because they can cause suffocation. That's good to know. So I will make sure these bags end up into the garbage. No grandkids are going to get the bags today. Not today. Cobra. All right. So here is G.I. Joe. Now, when I used to play with G.I. Joe as a kid, like I said, it was the 12-inch ones. They didn't have the same storyline they have with these figures. But I had friends that had the smaller Micronaut-sized G.I. Joes. I wasn't really into those. Like I told you, I had the 12-inch ones, had a couple of them. But I got this one for one reason only, and that was for the cool dog. Yes, the cool dog! I thought, how cool could this dog be? And I could give this dog to Fisto or something. It'd be kind of a cool thing for Fisto to have. Kind of like a wolf type dog. But then as I'm sitting here thinking about this, I was like, you know, there are these figures I need to make and customize. As you guys know, I've been trying to customize some figures. I was trying to customize this guy right here into a larger size figure. And I started thinking about it as I was going through all my figures stacked over here on the shelf. I have the new Adventures figures, but it's not complete. There are 3 figures that I really, really want for classics they never made. And they are KO, this guy right here, kind of a bad picture of him. Let's find another one. Here we go. And that'd be a cool one to get. And another one that I would like to get is this guy right here. Let's see, Nocturna. And it's this guy right here. And he used to do a karate kick. He was pretty cool. That was one of my favorite features. You'd take his leg and you'd place it on the ground. Oops. And then you would tilt him sideways and whoop, he'd do a giant flying kick because there was gears right here in his waist, or in his legs. So when this one went up, that one went up too at the same time to do the splits. So he's really cool for karate kicking. And then the last one, which it's not quite as strong of a feeling for me because there's no nostalgia behind it. And that is Vizar, this guy right here. I decided to be kind of a cool custom to make. And as I was getting ready to open this G.I. Joe, I'm like, you know, these guys have G.I. Joe-like features. And being Super 7 made the G.I. Joe figures, and G.I. Joe figures are pretty much the same height as classics, I might be able to score some parts that are going to work to help me customize those 3 figures. Now, the first one I want to make is KO. And of course, Nocturne is not far behind, if not first. And then Vizar would be the last one that I design. But I've seen some cool customs people have made in the past. But I'm kind of excited about trying to make this figure here. Now, what's funny is I had a friend that looked like this guy. And his name was Guy. And Guy was a kickboxer. He was a really cool guy. And he had the same head as him. And it was funny. So he always reminded me of my good friend Guy. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this guy up. And let's take a look at that pooch in there. And we'll also take a look at the articulation they have for the Super 7 figures. No tape? What? I can just open this right up without scissors. Look at that. And there we go. So this Snake Eyes does look pretty cool in that he has lots of cool accessories, a big explosion on the back there. And let's check him out. Huh. Wait a second. Now, Snake Eyes is the good guy, right? Why has he got a Cobra thing here? Is it something intercepted? And he's got a little walkie-talkie. That's kind of cool. Look at that. Oops. That's kind of fun. And then he's got a little handheld gun here, which this gun would actually fit into the He-Man world pretty easily. That definitely looks like something from New Adventures type thing. And let's take, he's got a plethora of hands. Plethora of hands. Wow, he is really lightweight. I did not expect him to be so lightweight. So, he's got a little pocket here attached. You know what? Maybe he's not Snake Eyes. Maybe, let me look again at the box. Snake Eyes, Elite Commando. Yeah, it says that on there. Snake Eyes, Military Specialist. Let me zoom this so you guys can see. Let me turn on some extra lights here on the side. All right. Let's see. Snake Eyes, proficient in 12 different unarmed fighting systems: karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, this is the Elite Commando. Yeah, I'm sure he's a good guy. I'm almost positive. It just, he looks so different. Usually, I remember seeing him always in black, never in blue. That's what's confusing me. He's got like a ninja brother, right? That's the white one, Shadow Storm or something, right? That's who I'm thinking. Right? I got the right guy, right? It's so weird he's not black, like a ninja. All right, let's check out your guys' comments. Maybe you can help me out here. Let's see. It was the container that carried a rare element. It was radioactive and had to be in that container. But why has it got the Cobra symbol on it? Did he steal it from Cobra or something? Or what's the deal with that? Yeah, I didn't really watch the new cartoon. I don't know very much about the G.I. Joe cartoon at all. Like I said, when I played at G.I. Joe's, it was the 12-inch ones. I had the Atomic Man, Mike Powers, and then I also had I had a Snake Eyes version, or Moving Eye version, or Eagle Eye. That's what it was, Eagle Eye. And he had a switch on the back of his head. You'd move, and his eyes would move. But again, he was a 12-inch G.I. Joe. Now I'm guessing he's supposed to be in scooter gear. He's got this little, or is that a jetpack? Oh, it's got to be a jetpack. Well, that's kind of cool. And again, it's really lightweight stuff. It's hollow, and I'm a little disappointed, Super 7. These figures are a lot lighter than I expected. And then he has another gun here. Now, this gun would not fit very easily into the He-Man world. It possibly could, but probably not. Whereas this one, man alive, that is just like some kind of cool rocket firing. Looks like right out of a futuristic 50s movie. All right, the part I'm waiting for, the dog. And let's take a look at this dog here. So, no articulated mouth. Bummer. He does have 2 articulations across the top of his head here. Very little articulation, though. It's more like connection points with a little bit of wiggle. Hey, Charles, thank you. And his legs only move back and forth. So not a lot of articulation there. Wow, this is really... Sorry, you guys. This is not as cool as I thought it would be. I thought he could have... Well, this leg has more movement. And he's got one leg forward, one leg back. So you are stuck always having this leg be the forward one, this one always be the back one. So you can see from this angle here, it's not symmetrical because I wanted to make it more statue-like. But The back legs are the same way too. You can see they're two different heights across there. So it does take away from your posability because this leg always has to be forward and this one always has to be back. So as far as making stop motion with them, pretty limited because they've made him very static like. But at least these legs separate. I wish these kind of move too the same way, but not so. So, little disappointment. And I forgot too that these are not muscle bound like He-Man figures, so they may not work. So I'm a little behind the 8 ball on that. But let's take a look and just see how close he is to Nocturna. So obviously I need purple and blue to match. He has too much purple. I'd rather put the little bit of purple on the blue. But still, it would take a lot. It would take a lot to transform him to him. But I didn't buy him to be him. I bought him for the dog. I didn't have this idea until just today, and I bought him like weeks ago. So I did not buy him for that. So that will be interesting to see if I can find figures that will work good for my new adventures. And so I'll be making some videos coming up about my new adventures. Try run to do some customs. And I'll see if I can find some G.I. Joes to match. I mean, there are some parts that would be really easy. Like, obviously for Vizar, he has the pants already that look like they're green and yellow camouflage. That shouldn't be too difficult. The hard part's going to be the top. I'll have to probably 3D print something. And maybe I'll have to use a clamp champ to make the figure. We shall see what I end up doing. But let's talk about articulation really quick. He has ankle articulation, boot cut, single jointed knee, hip movement up here, no thigh cut. He has twisting waist. He has an ab crunch. He has a shoulder movement, a bicep cut, elbow joint, and wrist moves back and forth on this side and back and forth on this side, and his head moves. And that is about it. But he does have some cool accessories. Where is Skeletor? I should put this on Skeletor's back so it's like that Geico commercial where he takes off in the jetpack. And it's even purple too. That is kind of funny. I don't have a Skeletor sitting out right now. I mean, I have my... I guess I got my... Hold on a second. Hold up. I know it's not Classics, but I don't have a Classics one out. But let's go ahead and stick this on his back anyway. Yoop. All right, give me those arms. Ah! Oh! Let's see if it can fit over his armor. Oh! Even the Origins one is a little too bulky to fit that around town. I had the same problem when I was putting the Ghostbusters backpacks on the figures. I had to make new straps for them. Oh, maybe I'll get it. Maybe. Okay. No, that's not right. I just got to stretch it and hold it. Stretch and hold. Luckily, they're a little rubbery. There we go. Ha-ha! Now you can take off with his purple backpack. Let's see. Dwight says, I have the Tila box, Castle Grayskull on the Tila box. Okay. Hey, all right. That could be fun. That could be fun. All right. So there we go. We got Filmation Skeletor with his jetpack. Same color as his cat. Don't burn your cat when you fly away, man. All right. And then He-Man gets the walkie-talkie to talk to Man-at-Arms. Come in, Man-at-Arms. Come in. This is He-Man. And then, of course, we got the futuristic gun. See, this would be a cool gun to give to Captain Glenn or something. Where is she? Oh, I do have a Captain Glenn sitting out here somewhere. Ha! Oh, her hands are too small. Too small. I gotta heat them up to fit the gun in there. Oh, flip shot. This is gonna look cool in flip shop's hand. Hey, EJ. Thanks for joining me. Yes, this will be flip shot's new gun. That is cool. All right. Anyway, that is all that I have. I think this guy is going to be up on the chopping block real quick. Oh, chop! Without his dog and without his cool accessories. I'll probably still give him all his hands and his gun, his big one. And that's about it. He does look more like a Cobra operative, though. I'm sorry. I know he's supposed to be Snake Eyes, but if I was a kid and I didn't know who this was and I had a bunch of figures in my hands, I would think this was some kind of Cobra operative. I would not know it's supposed to be Snake Eyes. I might keep this cool little barrel thing, too. It's cool. I don't know what it's all for. I don't understand it, but I can make it whatever the heck I want. I can make it He-Man's thermos. I can make it... I could make this one of the Snake Men's thermos. It's a dog. Not a dog. It's a wolf. Okay, I was wondering if it was a wolf or a dog. It does look very wolf-like. I had a friend one time that had a dog that was more wolf than dog. Still cool looking. Still going to go to Fisto. All right. Sorry for my lack of knowledge of G.I. Joe cartoon. I never watched them, so don't really know too much. But that's about it. All right. I think that is all that I have. And look, it's turned dark, so it is time to go. Anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys. And like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Oh, my light died. No. I gotta charge it now. I happen to have a charging area right down below my desk. And I will stick my other light on here. Oh, those chargers don't work. They don't fit. I have to put it somewhere else while I get my other light ready. All right, now it's time to say good journey. Good journey. Bye now.